All right, guys, it's time. The song's pretty long. Thank you guys for joining on stream today. We're going to have a second stream of the day, so I know it's a little bit tough for you folks over in Europe. It's probably relatively late, so hopefully you guys will be able to watch this back tomorrow. But it's definitely cool because YouTube actually, when you watch back streams now, you can see the chat from the stream, so you can actually feel like you're actually there. So yes, this is going to be a best of 5 showdown between DAHVPLAYS and Loremaster of Sotek. So of course you guys saw in the thumbnail, we have the KFC guy, and we have a Salon playing World of Warcraft, I guess. And yeah, so it's going to be best of 5. It is time. So in game 1, let me go ahead and tell them we're ready, so they're not waiting. In game 1, we're going to have a showdown between the Empire and the Beastmen. So definitely a little bit tricky for the Empire. I think the Beastmen have a lot of tools that are very good at overwhelming the Empire kind of back line, really getting into the cookie jar. They have Hounds, they have Centaurs that can really chase the Cav, and Centaurs with Great Weapons plus Hounds trade very well with Empire Cav. So it's a tough matchup. Granted, I do like Dov's build so far. You can see he has Boris, and maybe he's going to be summoning Manticores. Not sure. But he does have a pretty sweet army here. So I'm not sure if Pistolier's got any substantial changes. And for any of you guys in chat, let me know how the stream quality sounds. If the audio is good and everything, I should probably double check to make sure it's not too loud. Well, no, yeah, Dov's changing it up, and they're going to be playing in a tournament, I think, on Sunday, he said. So they wanted to practice, and they're going to be doing competitive builds and experimenting with the meta a little bit. But they're both going to be trying to win this best of 5. So yeah, cast your ballots now, guys, and we'll go from there. Yeah, so I think he has Spearman in the front line. I mean, with Boris plus I think his Wild Wizard, it's not called the Wild Wizard, his Wizard, I think it's on the Imperial Griffin, and he might just have Flock of Doom and the Manticore summon, which makes him relatively cheap. So that's another big terror-causing entity and everything. So, all right, great. Yeah, I got a haircut. I did indeed, Mr. Almeida. Yeah, we're rocking it. Gelt plus Witch Hunters. Yeah, the Gelt Witch Hunter thing is good, but if your opponent is expecting it, if Loremaster knew it was coming, he could, prepare for it and really be punishing to it. So, Yeah, this is a new stream. This is going to be a best of 5 for anyone who's just joining between DAHVPLAYS and Loremaster of Sotek. So we'll see if Dav paid. I'm not sure. Seawolf, that is the conspiracy. Nobody knows what underworld payments have been made in this stream. But yes, this is game 1 here. So you guys are right in time for this party. Yeah, there might be a meme build. You never know. So for Dav, let's go and take a look at his army. So he's got Pistoliers. Now, one of the only matchups in which I think Pistoliers, there's a couple, but one of the ones I think they're okay in is this map. Because with good kiting, pretty good damage output, 38 missile damage, they can do a ton of damage against lightly armored targets. So they can take out Harpies, they can take out Centaurs, they can take out most Beastmen infantry, they can take down Minos. So they're really not terrible here. Zantler strikes guard, so he just has some standard heavy cav to run down Beastmen troops, and honestly, their combat stats are good enough that they can really hang with Centaurs. One group of Royal Outdoor Griffites, which are always good, Fear and Terror, just a powerhouse unit. Aside from that, he just has Spearmen with shields, relatively low tier, but they're just meant to hold while the cav do the heavy lifting. He does have Amber Wizard, so on the Imperial Griffin, so this is a goon squad. These guys can do some heavy lifting against elite troops and leadership and things like that, so I really like this quite a bit from Dav. And yeah, so that's pretty much his army. He's got some handgunners or Free Company militia mixed in, which I think actually do quite well in this matchup too. So, hey Atticus, how's it going, man? Welcome, welcome, brother. Yes, we are here for a surprise live stream in the night. I come to you in the shadows. So we have Moriker the Shadowgave right here. Always a pretty solid choice. And this is Loremaster of Sotek playing Beastman. He has a Bray Shaman with the Manticore Summon, which I really love. I actually like that. I've been using it a ton lately. It's dirt cheap. It's like 16 wins magic. Very easy to get 2 of those summons off. The Curse of Onrare to slow things down, and then Flock of Doom, always good against Empire. Frontline of Ungor Herds, just low tier stuff. They're going to be fighting state troops. But looks like he's going to be getting most of the value from these 2 Bastigor Herds, his Caster here, Harpies to chase down the Free Company, and a Cygor in the back, a natural Cygor. Always a really good choice for kind of keeping your opponent honest, in my opinion. I think Cygors are a great choice. So now that we've talked about armies, we're just going to wait for the game start, and I will take some questions from chat. Well, EDM Master, I'm glad to hear you are Pickle Rick. Looking for your Szechuan sauce. Sounds like a good time. Fire Scorpion, how's it going, man? Welcome. Yeah, well, honestly, Seawolf, I like to bring Harpies in the matchup against Empire, like at least 1 or 2 groups, because, like, look, Harpies have 82 speed, and, these guys have 90. So if Loremaster of Sotek is aggressively spamming their movement order, Dav isn't really going to catch them. And, he can, if he's sending Boris and, this Amber Wizard to chase them, it's kind of like they're doing their job by taking them out of the battle, whereas these guys should be gooning like Moriker or going after the Cygor or threatening in other ways. So, hey Jeremy Shin, I'm glad you got the game, man. Did you already buy the game, Jeremy? Let me know. Let me know in chat. And does everyone in chat have the game, by the way? Like, does anyone here not have Total War Warhammer 2? If you guys don't have Total War Warhammer 2, just send me a message. No reason, just curious. You'll see. All right, so 40k is doing very, very well, Blood Ninja 192. I have about 50% of my, well, probably more than that, probably about 50% of my army painted. It's over there on the shelf. Unfortunately, it's a green screen, so it'll just, they're death cards, so they're all green. You guys won't be able to see them if I show you. Age of Sigmar is fine. I mean, I don't like the lore of it, but I think the models look really cool. So the game's underway. You can see Dav is going to be pushing forward with his Pistoliers, and he's going to be relatively safe. I mean, there is this, oh my god, look at this. I did not see this. So in the forest, there's some Raiders and a Berry Shaman with Beasts. But there's not too many like really fast Beastmen units. I'm surprised we're not seeing some Poison Hounds or some units like that really have that mobility to punish the Empire. So over here, looks like Dav is going to be encountering this Ungor Herd. So I like this by Loremaster, using these guys to just kind of sit and open. And look at that, they're just getting gadded down, these guys. Oh man, that's pretty cool. I mean, they're only a 400 gold unit, but it's still not a terrible use there. So aside from that, Boris and looks like this Amber Wizard are going to be flying in, trying to chase down the Harpies, but, obviously Sotek is going to be pretty good with his micro here. It's going to be running. He probably wants to switch these Ungor Raiders to be shooting at the Amber Wizard. They only have 50 armor, and honestly, these Harpies could put a dent in this Amber Wizard. So on the low ground, you can see the Pistoliers from Dav are going to be shooting in on these Ungor Raiders, so definitely a good target. Very, very squishy unit. Pistoliers can wreck house against, fodder trash units, So they're just going to be falling back on the hill. Good micro from Dav, realizing there was incoming fire and pulling back before there could be much retaliation. And he's got a pretty good little kind of net deck of value here. So check this out. So you can see that this Amber Wizard, everyone was kind of like, oh, the Amber Wizard's going to, just destroy these things. But that's not the case. And you can see Loremaster of Sotek, a very dank play here. It's going to be summoning a Feral Manticore, and the Harpies are just putting this thing in a can. So this Amber Wizard needs to flee. Like, this is an expensive investment. So he needs to fly back to his Free Company Militia, try and, like, get his bearings again. And, man, that is a tough initial trade for DAHVPLAYS. And that Amber Wizard's definitely going to be fleeing here. There's some Overwatch from these Ungo Raiders, and it's already wavering. Ooh, 15 leadership. That is rough. That is rough. So he's going to be fleeing right now, and Boris Todbringer's coming in. So Boris, I think, overchased a little bit. Looks like there was some sort of an engagement here. So Boris did get these Harpies. I guess that's tit for tat, but still I think that Loremaster of Sotek probably is going to come ahead here. So the Amber Wizard's going to turn and fight, popping Flock of Doom. Probably at this point, with the support of Boris Todbringer, it's going to be a better engagement. And the Pistoliers are still up on the hill. Maybe they're going to pull down here and help out. We're not sure. And the Cygor continuing to just chuck these boulders, and let's see how he's doing. So here it comes, and decent little contact, just hitting Spearman, so nothing to write home about, but certainly not terrible. So the Amber Wizard does rout, but he should be able to come back. Boris Todbringer is going to be finishing off this Manticore and pretty much taking minimal damage here. So good fight so far. Definitely some cool tactics being employed by both players. Up on the high ground, Zintler's Reichsguard, and I think these are Pistoliers. Looks like, yeah, there's two groups of those. So no other funny business. The Harpies did come back, though. So if Sotek could, like, hide them in the trees and wait for the battle to start and then re-engage them, that could potentially be a nice little ambush. So Pistoliers on the low ground, just rough riding. And I think they shoot 360. Let's see if they turn. Yeah, I think they 360 no-scope people, do they? Let's go ahead and... So they fire while moving, and actually, no, it looks like they do have to be facing the correct direction. So they're actually getting countered relatively effectively by these Ungo Raiders. And you can see the Empire forces of these Pistoliers just shooting right into those, right into these troops here. But the Gorherds have shields. So pretty good selection from Loremaster of Sotek, maybe expecting Outriders or some other shenanigans. And yeah, pretty even battle so far. You know, the Beastmen are taking some skirmish, but they're kind of giving it back wherever they can. Taking, you know, this much health off an Amber Wizard that early is a very, very powerful tool. So right now, Dov's going to be advancing, and honestly, I'm a little concerned for Dov. I feel like the Beastman main line is just going to crush these state troops, but I mean, Dov hasn't really used his Reichsguard yet, so you know, he could potentially, if he's really effective with his Reichsguard play and can just smash the Beastman front line with them, then he could probably take this game. So Boris Todbringer just going balls deep here. You can see he does have the Weisson's Wild form, which is going to make him pretty juicy. 490 weapon damage. Should be able to take out this Manticore. I mean, Boris is a monster of a duelist, and a Flock of Doom going down as well, which is going to cast these troops, as well as, you know, the Feral Manticore, but pretty terrible against single target. But the Amber Wizard's back, so right now, just using the Amber Wizard to kind of maybe rear charge some of these Vestigors and things like that could be pretty good. In the front, the state troops are going to meet their end by the Beastmen for sure, but a very, very good charge coming in from Jaw, so he gets a nice one there. Over here, also another very juicy charge on the far side of the battlefield. And the Pistolier sitting on the high ground, so very good initial engagement from DAHVPLAYS. He's able to get those cav charges. He has his Free Company Militia. Look at him just all... That's pretty cool. They're sitting in a nice little position, just clipping away at these Vestigor herds. But the Spearmen are just holding, but they're going to get pounded pretty damn hard here. So still a very even battle. No clear kind of... I don't think anyone's in an advantageous position right now. You can see right here, there's going to be a really nice Falcon Boom going down from Loremaster of Sotek, hitting these Spears, Free Company Militia, and these Royal Altdorf Griffites. And this could be good. If Dov's able to get like a terror out on the Gorherds with these Royal Altdorf Griffites, that could be pretty game-changing for sure. So, you guys saying Balthazar Gelt has no bite? Oh, the Empire has bite. Reichsguard are a very powerful unit for sure. So, Boris Todbringer is going to be landing on the Cygor, which isn't a bad idea, because honestly, Ungor Spearman herds have horrible AP against his 85 armor, so he should be able to last a little bit, you know, which then allows these Pistoliers to just shoot in here with relative impunity. So the Amber Wizard's going to be landing as well, so he's just going in for an Alpha Strike on the Cygor, which is, I think, a pretty good idea. The Cav are coming in here, and you can see the Reichsguard are just going to get a fat chub charge. And this is something a lot of Beastmen players, it happens to a lot of them, is like Morker gets a little bit overzealous, and his troops will collapse around him, and then... So if Dov were to grab Boris and this Amber Wizard and come in and just snipe Morker right here while he has him isolated, because if you look, Morker doesn't really have much support. I mean, these Vestigors will cut through the Reichsguard pretty hard, but now would be a pretty good time to strike. And the Amber Wizard and Boris could probably take those guys out, but looks like he's going for the Cygor, which is good. And also, you guys probably noticed the balance of power is changing quite a bit. That's largely due to the fact that there's going to be a big influx of Chaos Spawn from Morker, but once they wear off, it should kind of stabilize there. So over here, they're finishing off the Cygor, and this is a natural Cygor, so a very, very good pick for DAHVPLAYS. You can see Boris took a lot of damage in that fight, though. So I still think it's worth it. I mean, a Cygor in the late game throwing boulders at your cav and just, you know, fighting in general is he probably wants to finish that. So even if he just gets a group of Pistoliers or these Reichsguard to kind of chase that down, I think that would be very prudent. So over here, you can see Dov does have Boris up in the air kind of healing, and these Spearmen are just holding the line while Flock of Doom chews down these Vestigor herds and some of these other troops. They definitely like that engagement quite a bit. And yeah, so we're going to see. So the Amber Wizard's coming in, and it looks like Morker is going to be taking a bit of a charge here. Nice charge there from Boris. A ton of AP damage and a cav charge, so very good timing there from Dov. So Sotek's formation here is definitely going to collapse. Looks like he is going to counter with Flock of Doom, which will be okay against the cav units and the spearmen, but not going to do much against single targets. So the balance of power, a very even fight. Over here, there are some Chaos Spawn spearmen, cleaning out some of the state troops. The Reichsguard in the back, the Zendler's Reichsguard, which are one of my favorite units on the Empire roster, doing a very good job of chasing down the Cygor. Also looks like they're going to run down some of these spearmen troops. The Zendler's Reichsguard are just so good. Having Vanguard on them is actually quite useful for skirmishing tactics. So this is really the fight of fights, though. So both of their armies have essentially dissipated here. You can see the Reichsguard had to pull back. There's some Chaos Spawn coming in who can put a beating on this Amber Wizard. So they definitely have to be careful. And Boris Todbringer, yeah, he's doing pretty good. It looks like he's trying to finish off Morker, but he's probably going to have to pull back. I mean, yeah, the Bray Shaman has 310 weapons ring, so that's going to be a little bit of damage there. But I don't know, actually. I think this little 2v2 engagement here is going to favor, yeah, because they can punch. So now if he just like turns and maybe goons him or like 2v1s them and isolates, these Beastmen troops aren't going to be able to keep up the leadership here. So balance of power, very, very even. Over here, the Pistoliers were caught, so very well played by Loremaster of Sotek. It looks like he did keep those Harpies in hiding in the forest until, the very late game here, and he was able to come out and catch those Pistoliers who could be big difference makers. The Royal Altdorf Gryphites are trying to retreat, but these Bestigor herds are very, very quick on their tail. Looks like there's some overwatch coming down from the Pistoliers on the high ground, who have racked up a solid 60 kills, so pretty cool seeing that bounce of power shift. But like I said, DAHVPLAYS, he was behind in the bounce of power, but once he was able to isolate and just, take Morker to Pound Town here, I mean, man, Boris is just giving it to him raw. Just no rubbers, just getting in there, having a good old time. So I don't know, this could be it. If Morker goes down here, I mean, that's going to, I think, really kind of skyrocket the game in the favor of Dav. And also the Reichsguard coming down the hill, getting a fat, juicy charge right here on the Shadow Gave. You guys have the Foe Seeker, but I really think without Morker, the Beastmen just don't have the stopping power. If we look at the whole battlefield, I mean, there are some Beastmen troops scattered around, some Ungor Spears from Sotek doing a good job getting those Reichsguard. Over here, he's also done a really good job against the Royal Altdorf Gryphites, dealing with them, but still, there's Pistoliers, and Boris is going to outdo a Morker any day of the week, and you can see the Reichsguard play from Dav has been outstanding this game, so very well played, and that's game one of the best of 5, so DAHVPLAYS is going to take it. That is it. That is it, guys. That's game one, and it is a best of 5 again. So big thanks to all of you guys for joining today in this surprise late night stream. I know a lot of you folks in Europe are unfortunately either up very late or watching the following day, so my apologies for that. I'm going to be trying to get back to a more regular schedule of streaming and making it more of a routine where even if my hand can't really handle streaming every day, at least maybe I can throw in a best of 3 or something like this relatively often. So again, big thanks for watching. Make sure to smash that like button. It does help in terms of like YouTube search algorithms. If you guys want to support the channel, it's very helpful because the more likes a video has, the more it's syndicated in suggested videos for other YouTubers, like people like Air of Carthage and stuff. So if you guys do like the video, it is very, very helpful. So again, thank you guys so much. Mason Gray, that's pretty funny, dude. Greatswords do okay in the matchup. They do get outclassed by best scores a little bit, but I like Dav. I think Empire has a really good cav. Reichsguard are very solid, and he took advantage of the strengths and was very resilient despite the bounce power being in Sotek's favor. And now we're going to be jumping over to game 2 in this best of 5. Yeah, them Reichs boys can swing. Yes, they can. Yes, I'm never going to hide the shine. It is time. Yeah, you smash it. Beat it like it owes you money. Yeah, thank you guys. I mean, I have a lot of my own battles going up on the channel in the next few days. I had some really good ones, so you guys stay tuned for that. And it'll be up. Vermintide 2 is great. I would love to play it, but it's a little hard on my wrist, the spam clicking. So I feel like if I started playing it, it would take away from my Total War. So there might come a time in the next couple weeks when I give it a try. So stay tuned for that, and we'll go from there. I have tendonitis. I have pretty horrible case of wrist tendonitis in my right hand, so I'm a little bit limited with how much I can play video games. Oh, you got a test? The great book? Good morning. Oh yeah, it's definitely morning for you guys. Dude, I ate so much kielbasa bubba bricks. It was glorious. So don't you worry. We're taken care of in that respect. Yeah, so no stress. I feasted on kielbasa like the heathen kings of old. It was so good. We had pierogi on the last day too. So what else did I have? One of my favorite things in terms of Polish cuisine is also is bigos. Bigos it's called. It's so damn good. I haven't played the Call of Warhammer mod. No, I have not. Hey Josh, thank you, man. I will. So it looks like Sotek's going to be going back to the basics. He's going to be going to his Lizardmen, which is probably his best race. He's very, very good at them. Knows most, if not all, of the matchups. So we're going to see what DAHVPLAYS picks here in a moment. And yeah, it's time. Yeah, macros could potentially be good. Ninja 192. It's not a bad option at all. Blood Banish. Say it like you mean it. Yeah, I know. It's very true. It's a very straining game. So Dav is going to be going for the High Elves, which you would think would be really hard, but there are some good builds. So what you do in this matchup is you get Techless, and then on top of Techless, you get double Nobles on horseback. So you get double anti-large armor piercing. You get a couple bolt throwers, 3 of them, split them across the backfield. Just get Spearmen in the front line and cycle charge them with Silver Helms or Dragon Princes, and you can win the matchup. It's very doable. It's harder. I think the Lizardmen have a slight advantage. They're just a better faction in general, but I've had a lot of success in this matchup, and it looks like Dav is going to be doing a similar build here. So, Fire Scorpion, I'm a fan of Nurgle. I like the color scheme. I really like the green aesthetics and kind of the zombie theme. That's one of the main reasons I like their armies quite a bit. So, low tier rat summons. I don't know. I think that Skaven summons are fine. I think they're in a pretty good place. Yeah, I do sometimes banish occasionally. The thing is, like I said, with my hand being annoying, I can only play so much. So when I do, it's kind of just to try to get ladder replays. I would love to just play all day but I can't. I can only play a couple games a day. Usually 3 or 4 is my limit. When I stream, I play like 5, 6, 7, and then I have to really rest for a good while, for a day or two. So that's kind of that's the deal. Thank you for supporting, Thorgrim. Really appreciate it, man. Really appreciate it. But yeah, this is a great build from Dav. I like it quite a bit. He's going to be relying heavily on his Dragon Princes to run down, because what you can do is just get the Dragon Princes and cycle charge the living hell out of Saurus Warriors and Skink cohorts, and you'll melt them, and then the dinosaurs are isolated. Then you have to get some good play with the Nobles, but he does have 1 Bolt Thrower. I personally would cut 1 Dragon Prince and maybe get like a couple more Bolt Throwers and Spearmen, but that's just kind of my 2 cents. I think his build is good, though. It's winnable. It's winnable. He needs to kind of drag it out and isolate the big dinos after he clears the chaff. If Loremaster of Sotek is to get, what are those things called? Bastillodons with Solar Engines and Temple Guard, it could be a pretty good counter to Dav's build, but we're going to see what he ends up bringing anyways. So, Turin, I will pay you if you stop playing these haggard builds. I'm sick of seeing them on ladder an hour later. I'm sorry, brother. All right, guys, so we're in game 2 here between DAHVPLAYS and Loremaster of Sotek in this best of 5 series. So currently, DAHVPLAYS is up 1-0. So a pretty good start there for the boys. And no Phoenix Guard, but honestly, Seawolf, a lot of times Phoenix Guard just kind of get pound-towned. Like they just, big dinosaurs can just cycle charge them into oblivion. So I think I like this style of play a little bit more. The one thing I would maybe cut are the archers. I feel like they're just going to be, they can counterplay Skink skirmishing, but I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of archers in this matchup. So we'll see how it goes. Elf cheap arty. Yeah, I would just bring bolt throwers instead. Like the bolt throwers over the course of a long grindy battle can wear down the big dinos. It takes time, but especially against Bastillodons who are very immobile and can't move terribly well. So Animal Kingdom's Total War. I don't know how I feel about that. It's very heavy on Dragon Princes, but I think it can be made to work. So we'll see what happens. And the Streamlabs should be working. I know from my past couple streams, I know a couple of you guys were on the Blood Bowl stream we had earlier today, but what's it called? What was I going to say? Yeah, the Streamlabs wasn't working then, so it should be working now. So I don't know if Gimli's made an appearance. Let me go ahead and double check something here. So it looks like yeah, should be good. All right. It's showtime. So you guys already saw Dav's army, so let's go ahead and take a look at Sotek. For Sotek, he does have Temple Guard on the peripheries, and I really like this combination of Temple Guard and Saurus Warriors. Obviously a veteran, knowing that Dragon Princes are a very, very good kind of a counter to Lizardmen infantry. So these guys have charge defense, they have anti-large, AP, just a great choice. A couple groups of regular Skink skirmishers in the back line, so they are not going to have any missile resist. So the archers will tear them to shreds. Skink Chief, annoying as always. Skink Priest with Heavens for the Wind Blast, very good against High Elves. He does also have a Cousin Krokar. No, it looks like a Saurus Old Blood on a Velociraptor. So going relatively wide by Lizardman standards. I'm really surprised we didn't see Krokar there. He has some Pterodon Riders in the forest, so these are going to be doing backline harass, and he might be just wait. And then when Dav commits his forces to the frontal fight, he'll attack the archers or go after the artillery. So I really like this quite a bit. I think Sotek has a solid army, but so does Dav. Definitely could go either way. So the cycle charging, it's really going to come down to how effective he can play with these Dragon Princes, and get away from the Temple Guard, cycle charge the regular Saurus, and then wear down the Temple Guard by rear charging them once they're engaged with Spearmen. I think that's going to be. I do love elite halberd infantry are pretty good in this matchup because High Elves don't have the best AP unless they bring like their White Lions, and and what's it called, the Swordmasters of Hoth, and I personally think those guys are a little bit overpriced. So yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see, brothers. Has there been a Lizardman Beastman combo in the 2v2 tournament? No, there hasn't. Our 2v2 composition, so I'm on the team Walking Haggard. So for any of you guys who aren't up to date, I'm running a 2v2 tournament here on the channel, and you guys can go look at some of the games in the bracket. The bracket is actually in the comment section of the videos, but my team is called the Walking Haggard, and we're playing our game on Friday night. We might actually live stream it too, so stay tuned, brothers. All right, so for this game, you can see that this bolt thrower is going to be scooting forward in not the best targets, honestly. I mean, he could go after the Source Old Blood. That's probably what I would just start shooting. To shoot him, or maybe go after the Heavens Caster up in the air. Looks like, I'm not sure where that was going. I think it went after the Skink Chief, but it looked like the angle. You definitely need to, I don't know, he might just want to shoot here because the Skink Chiefs are so hard to hit with bolt throwers. So the Dragon Prince is coming down with the full chub right now, just from the hill. This is going to be a great charge, massive value, so you can see they have 75 models, and they get a decent little charge there. Yeah, that looked like it was pretty impactful, and Loremaster of Sotek responds with a Harmonic Convergence. But that's a ton of HP damage. Now, he needs to pull back. You don't want to stay in combat with these guys. Looks like he's pouring through onto the Skink cohort, so, man, this is going to be a great grab for Dov. I mean, he can easily just, oh, man, just look at this. Just more pounding coming in on these Saurus Warriors here. But definitely good stuff by Sotek, using that Harmonic Convergence to make them a little bit more sturdy. In the meantime, the archers are shooting in, getting some great net value on the Saurus Warriors, and the Dragon Prince is continuing to cycle charge pretty effectively, but Loremaster of Sotek did have his Temple Guard there, and his Saurus Old Blood's going to get in there and just get Velociraptor wild on these guys, and he's probably going to be able to get a few kills. So Dov definitely needs to pull back here. This is not a fight that he wants at all. These guys are poisoned, and his front line's 100% going to lose. So his Dragon Princes need to just need to do bicep curls and just be jacked and do pretty much all of the work here. So another rear charge coming in from these Dragon Princes, just sandwiching these Temple Guards. I've never seen a formation be pinned so much here. So that was solid. I mean, that's what he needs to be doing, and he needs to pull back now and cycle charge these guys and cycle charge these guys. He can't sit in there and sustain combat. Although in the middle, look, he did buckle those Saurus Warriors, and over here it looks like there's going to be a Fiery Convocation going down. So the Phoenix rises, but unfortunately it's such a slow, terrible ability. I feel like they should make that a faster cast. It's just, I mean, it would have been really good there if it had landed. So the front line is being held by Teclis, and these two nobles, they need to be going after this this Saurus Old Blood, or, you know, at least chasing something. I mean, he's playing very conservatively with him, but this is nice. So these spearmen ended up winning that engagement because they had the support of the Dragon Princes, who can now just pour into the back line. And honestly, Dov's probably, you know, being a veteran and a very good player, is going to be grabbing these Dragon Princes and having them just feast on these backline skinks. There's not really any reason to, you know, do much else. This is a bunch of free gold back here if he's on top of things. So in the back, you can see that Loremaster of Sotek is, oh man, this Skink Priest, very good play by Dov. So DAHVPLAYS is able to get that net right there on the Skink Priest with Lord of Heavens, and from there, his 3 archers just tore it to shreds. I mean, it only has 30 armor, very squishy, and, you know, that's one less, that's a huge loss from Loremaster of Sotek. And it goes down. The Pterodon Riders are just being torn to shreds. This is just a brutal, brutal engagement here. But again, the game could still go either way. There's still a lot of healthy Temple Guard, and they're always going to be a tough nut to crack for the High Elves. The Dragon Princes cycle charging can be effective, but not if they're braced. So Dragon Princes over here on the far side are going to be charging into these Skink cohorts right here. Definitely going to be getting some goodies, so let's see if they're going. They're going, they're going, they're accelerating, and they do get the charge. They're shaken. And yeah, he can definitely feast on their souls. Oh man, this could be game breaking. So right now, if Dov was able to get a net and triple team the Saurus, oh man, it looks like he's going to. So he gets Enfeebling Foe. He's just going to be so squishy. I think this is the turning point. These two nobles are going to get it. Teclis is going to be dropping a net. Oh man, Dov is just on point this game. Just good play. So this Saurus right here gets taken down to 23 melee attack and 25 melee defense. And that's his lord. So if these two nobles can chase him and goon him, I mean, he had 2 options there. I mean, netting either of those guys was good. That was probably the more conservative choice, but he could have netted the Saurus Old Blood and then tried to just kill him. And I probably would have engaged Teclis as well, but yeah, just solid stuff right there. But aside from that, I mean, Sotek's doing a very good job in the front line. His Temple Guard and other troops are probably going to win this frontline engagement, eventually get through the spears here. And that's kind of been how the High Elf metagame has developed. A lot of people have learned that you don't really win with their elite infantry. You win with the spearmen and then supporting cav and units like that. It's just a better way to play, in my opinion, with them. Dragon Prince is coming in with another chubby charge right here in the back of these skinks, just doing a great job in these spearmen, also holding the line. Looks like they're, oh man, that's rough. So there's a group of Saurus that chase these spearmen into the Shadow Realm. So spearmen have 33 compared to 31, so they're going to be able to outrun those guys. But some skink skirmishers have gotten into the back, and this bolt thrower is actually still online. So I wonder what it's shooting at. It looks like it's going after the Skink Chief. So this is a nice pick too. And looks like, oh man, look at that guy's getting tossed. Man, that archer was having a bad time. So that Pterodon Rider is broken, and the Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower should probably just shoot at it for the rest of the game to keep it off the battlefield. Temple Guard are being engaged by a very tattered group of Dragon Princes, only 6 or 7 of them, but they're going to go down in the histories as true heroes, kind of buying some time for these guys over here. But the 2 nobles are in perfect health. Teclis is in pretty much perfect health. Looks like there's a Dragon Princess with 43 models. That's going to be a tough cookie to crack. But honestly, if Sotek is able to push through, if he can take out this Bolt Thrower and then just stand his ground, he might be able to get this game. It's going to be tough, but I mean, yeah, I don't know how he's going to kill all these Temple Guard. That's a very healthy group of them. So this game is honestly up in the air right now. It could go either way, but this is a very scary Goon Squad. What does he have? Enfeebling Foe, Regrowth, and Nets. Maybe through attrition he could win it. It's hard to say. He's going to need some of these supporting elements here. Does he have any archers? Oh, it looks like there's going to be a fiery convocation. Oh, man. But Sotek sees it. Obviously, very good micro. He's going to react quickly to that. But he might have wanted to save that until the fighting was committed. Oh, it looks like he just kind of roasts his own archers. Good thing the Dragon Princes have that immunity to fire, and the nobles are going to be charging in. And I think he just needs to cycle charge these guys into the Shadow Realm. Like, he can't play the traditional fight here. He needs to cycle charge them. Maybe time it with Enfeebling Foe. Here they come. A great charge. They're not braced for it. And it looks like a Regrowth is going to be going down. And Dragon Princes are just such a cool unit. Regrowth, honestly, these Temple Guard probably aren't going to be able to do a lot of damage while the Regrowth is active. It's going to be healing pretty quick. Dragon Princes are very tough per capita. They have, really good armor, super high melee defense. And here comes the countercharge from the Lizardman Skink cohorts, and also the Source Old Blood in the back. So just pulling back, he didn't lose a single model there. Did some pretty good shock damage. So, ooh, this is bad. This is really bad. Teclis, I mean, this could lose him the game right here. If Teclis doesn't get out of here, those Dragon Princes need to come in right now. They need to get in there. I mean, he's chasing down these Skink cohorts with javelins, but that's a... Oh, man, this is stressful. Teclis being... He is a large entity, so the Temple Guard are going to get that anti-large bonus, which is really, really tough. You can see the Noble coming in. Oh, man, Dov might throw the game here. I mean, he's been playing so well. He might be able to rescue it. Hopefully he has the Potion of Koroi. If he doesn't, that could be... Oh, you can see the bounce power is just tilting away in his favor right now. And it looks like the Dragon Princes are going to be coming in, and they get the charge. And can they rescue their Lord? They push through. Oh, just look at that. Just fighting to get to Teclis. But Teclis might just die to this guy. If he breaks, if Teclis actually breaks and gets away here, I think... Oh, man, he just got... Damn, Nature. You just got 8. You just got 8. So, yeah, he just got 8 right there. And honestly, I think that if that had not happened, I think that Dov probably would have taken this game if he had been a little bit more careful with his nobles and the Dragon Princes here. What a great game by both players. I mean, Sotek had some really, tough situations. He lost a lot of stuff early on, like his caster, and he was able to stay resolute and just come back in this game. So super well played to Loremaster too. I mean, that was a big turning of the tide when he picked off Teclis like that. Also saving the fiery convocation is something else that I think was that could have been pretty useful there in the fourth quarter. So oh yeah, I've been forgetting to do the interview. So let's actually go over and talk to these guys and see what they thought about the game. So let me go ahead and jump over into Discord here and. All right, guys, well played. Sorry, I forgot to do the...
Mine did not pay off at all, and that was because of the...
I forgot to do the interview in the first game.
Yes, we noticed.
My apologies. I was like, why is it taking so long to get going? But, dude, that was a freaking crazy game. There was just, like, some masterful plays by both of you guys. But, so, Sotek, what would you say were your keys to success in that victory?
Oh, for the second game?
Second game. We're just going to start fresh.
Okay. So... honestly, I think for me it was everyone expects Lizardmen to take dinosaurs.
Yeah.
So like they tend to invest really heavily in just lots of anti-large.
Yeah.
So if you surprise them occasionally with just a super wide, especially 3 Temple Guard units.
Yeah.
An army like High Elves who have so little armor piercing.
Yeah.
Temple Guard are just fucking beastly.
Yeah. They did some heavy lifting. That was one of the things, especially when I saw the Dragon Princes. But
yeah,
man,
I definitely did not micro my Pterodons and my priests and stuff very well. I should have just waited until I wiped out his archers because I knew my front line was going to buckle his. Yeah, there was no way.
Yeah.
But I got a little impatient, which put me in more trouble than I needed to be. Because once the archers were done, I could have easily just shot the Dragon Princes to shit.
Yeah, it was man. That was a tense game.
But thankfully, the Temple Guard pulled through for me. They were just an invincible little block. And the Old Blood, if anyone wants to look it up or if you want to show them, my favorite, the reason I like him, especially with Temple Guard heavy build, is you run him with the Horn of Kygor and Stand Your Ground, and the double buff he gives is just bonkers.
Yeah, I saw that item at the end, and I've never seen it before, so I'll have to go ahead and take a look. After
25 melee attack, 18% charge bonus, and 8 leadership.
Damn, that's not bad at all. Yeah, a lot of those like regular lords even have these very niche items that a lot of people aren't familiar with. So it's pretty cool seeing that in action, man. So good build there. I mean, that was just such a close game. So Dav, you almost had it, man. That cycle, that coming in with those dragon princes at the end and to rescue Teclis, that was just down to the wire. That was so tight, man.
Yeah, honestly, obviously I planned my build around facing more dinos, and since you didn't bring any, I was a little bit behind, but we were able to use the archers and the bolt throwers still pretty effectively to clear out a lot of the pterodon riders, and like that skink chief just got destroyed, or the skink priest rather.
Yeah.
So that went pretty well. It was just 2 of my units of dragon princes I messed up with and got them caught out by temple guard. And so that was pretty much the decider. Like, if I had been able to hang on to those 2 units of Dragon Princes until the late game, I probably could have cycle charged the Temple Guard to death, but because of I lost them so early on, kind of put me behind a little bit, but it was still a very close battle in the end. I was almost able to get Walmart Croc Guard there, but not quite.
Yeah, the Walmart Croc Guard, dude. Just the budget, just haggard back aisle fucking Croc Guard. Oh my god, I love it. Dude, just the memes flow. So you guys are 1-1 now, right? You guys both won a game?
Yeah.
So we got a rumble on our hand, boys. So very well played, you both. And you guys ready for game 3?
We shall do it.
Let's do it. It's time. It's Gotham's Reckoning. Oh, I almost turned off the stream instead of leaving the channel. Oh god.
Let's.
All right. See you guys there. Cheers.
Get your shit together.
I will. All right, guys. You've heard from our competitors, and now we are on game 3. So they're tied 1-1. Yeah, I forgot to set up the scoreboard. It's been a while since I've done a best of 3, so my apologies. But the series is currently 1-1. Dav has won 1 game, and Sotek is 1 as well. So Turin, if you're in the U.S., does that mean Wookiee is near? Yeah. I'll go get Wookiee. Sure, I'll go get him right now. One sec. Somebody asked, "Oh, am I a fan of Bosom Buddies?" Yes, of course. I have a very personal connection to that show. So I am going to go get Wookiee while we wait. Why the hell not, right? Let's have some fun. Let's treat ourselves, okay? All right, I'll be right back. Can we get some like emojis for Wookiee? Can we get some hype in here for him? All right, let's. I expect some hype when I get back. All right. Yeah, and here he is. He's happy to be here. If you guys actually end up sponsoring the channel, you get access to an emoji just for him. So, looks like we're gonna have Skaven and Dwarves in game 3, but you can see his tongue kind of sticks out of his mouth. I don't know. He started doing that a couple months ago, but this is my beast. This is Wookiee. He's really old and decrepit. I think he's like 10. Here's a close-up look for you guys. See. He's very, very social. He likes to hang out and just get the good pets and everything. So, yeah, he's my old boy. We actually rescued him from Salt Lake City. Oh man, it looks like he was. Sometimes he plays out in the bushes and gets all his hair all furrowed around his eyes. I got to trim that. The beast is here. It's Gotham's Reckoning. He's like. He's so weird looking, and look at this tongue. Just look at it sticking out. Like, the stream has just devolved. I was like talking about strategy and tactics, and now it's just playing with my dog. Hi, King Thorgrim Wookiee Bearer. You're a good boy, but tonight you're getting a haircut, brother. His hair kind of grows sideways from his nose, and it gets in his eye a little bit, so I need to trim that. Yeah, Wookiee, it's about time for a haircut, I think. You're looking pretty feral looking. It was raining, and he was playing out in the rain a little. Not playing, but he was using out on a walk, and it kind of made his hair all weird looking. Turin, Fire Scorpion asked, Turin, when's your woman coming to the U.S.? Anna? My lovely Anna is going to be here in probably the end of April. Turin, what do you think the appeal of Air's channel is? Air is just like an OG, man. He's good at the game. Like he's very personable. Seems knowledgeable. I haven't watched. Before I started YouTubing, I used to watch his channel a lot. But I mean, he was one of the reasons I started doing YouTube. So I mean, I loved his content. Like before I was getting into YouTubing, I was like watching him and trying to learn and like watch his commentary style. And yeah, he's just a solid dude. Really, really nice. From what I've heard, I haven't met him in person. I've had a few conversations with him on Discord and stuff. But so yeah, Wookiee's better than Tactics. Wookiee is a living, breathing meme. Hey, thanks, Donnie88. I'm glad you think so, man. I'm glad you think so. So this is game 3. So currently they're 1-1. Hey, Seawolf, thank you so much for the Wookiee hype donation, and you are welcome for the dank content. I will continue to provide it, and we're gonna live and celebrate. And I don't know how much longer Wookiee's got. He's kind of, I don't know. I worry about him sometimes. Yeah, and we got Randy Savage back, so when you guys donate, Randy Savage appears and shakes his little can. But thank you so much, Seawolf, for the donation, brother. I really appreciate it. It means a lot, especially since I'm doing this stuff full time now. Yeah, Arif Carthage is the man. Like he's an OG. He's like the godfather of Total War multiplayer, you know? Like he's like the mafia boss, and we're just like the plebeians kissing his ring, you know? All right, let's go put Wookiee back. All right, I'm back, guys. Dwarves are awesome, but I prefer Uncle Grom over Thorgrim. Oh, man. We got some drama going on in chat and everything. Yeah, it looks like we're going to see the Ungrim Iron Fist. And I actually like bringing just Ungrim and like not bringing the other Dwarf Lords. But honestly, I think bringing Thanes is like too good to pass up against Doom Wheels. But we'll see. I mean, 4 Bugman's Rangers, they will tear Skaven apart. And like you don't need good infantry against Skaven. Blasting charges are so devastating. So this is going to be good. I'm excited for this. I am excited. Hey Jeremy, I'm glad you found the channel and you're enjoying. I'm glad. I'm glad, man. Yeah, surprise. A lot of people on tonight. Hey Shepard, thank you. Wookiee is the cream of the crop. He rises to the top. He's undisputable, the champion. If Dov doesn't win, that's a grudging. Well, Shepard, thank you so much for the donation, man. I really appreciate it. Seriously. Their main lord crawls into bed with his mom. What do you expect? Oh, God. Talking about Dark Elves, I see. So, yeah, we're going to see if Dov paid. It's time to settle this once and for all. Once and for all, my friends. Yeah, I hear Randy Savage coming on now. Oh, God. The cream rise to the top. Yeah, so you guys already saw the Dov play army. So, mostly miners with blasting charges. Very good against clan rats. Like, one volley of blasting charges literally like nullifies clan rats. Storm Vermin not so much, but again against Storm Vermin they'll still do okay damage with their blasting charges, and then they also have good AP value. So you're getting kind of a two-pronged benefit from miners here. Dwarf Warriors do the trick. They're really good against gutter runners and skirmishing tactics, and honestly can hold against most Skaven troops. And yeah, I'm definitely pleased with it. And he's got 4 groups of the Bugman's Rangers. These guys are just huge pimps. Bugman's Rangers here. Let's go ahead and take a look. Oh, where are they going? So, Bugman's Rangers are just monsters in melee. They have 38 melee defense and really good melee combat stats, 31 weapon strength. They can beat the brakes off Skaven troops. Flame Cannon, he's got Ungrim, and that's pretty much it. Over here for Sotek, we're actually going to see a Plague Claw Catapult. I haven't seen that in many moons. For the rest of his army, a bit of a Death Star. So, Plague Priest for the Mortis Engine, Wither to lower armor, Queek Headtaker with the Dwarf Gouger, very thematic. Plague Monk Center Bearers, Clan Rats with shields. He does have some Deathglow Bombardiers, so most of the heavy lifting in this army is going to be coming from the Glow Bombardiers, the Brad Ogres, as well as this Plague Priest and Queek. So we're going to see how it goes. Oh man, I'm so excited for Chaos Dwarves. That's going to be incredibly fun when those guys do eventually come out. Well, hopefully they do. I mean, I can't see how they wouldn't add them. They're a pretty iconic race, I suppose. I mean, they're always more of a supplement to Chaos from my knowledge, but I feel like they would be pretty good, so... Yeah, there's going to be some heavy blasting charge play going on here. Kazook, indeed. So they're tied 1-1 in the series, so this is going to be a pretty important game, for sure. Kind of the tiebreaker. I mean, every game is important, but we're going to see. We got some Power Mohawks. I mean, these guys, this is like the guy The guy, you know, this is you and the guy that your girlfriend's looking at, right? He's got that mohawk. Look at that thing. Just like the silhouette of it in the distance here. Just that perfect curvature. This thing is real. Okay. How can I trust them not to stream snipe? So, Donnie, they're actually sitting in a chat room together and they're very close friends. So, I don't think they're going to stream snipe each other. That's the cool part about having people you know, like playing these, because you know you can be a little bit more relaxed about, I don't want to put a screen blocker up. It's fun for you guys to see the army picks and everything. And, you know, these guys, they're not going to stream snipe each other. So, yeah. They're in chat together, so no worries. Malice Darkblade, he would be pretty cool if we got him eventually. Lords like that. Yeah, this is game 3. We're in game 3 right now, so we're going to see what happens. We do have a Dwarf versus Skaven showdown, so a classic grudge match. And guys, we actually have a flame cannon, so there's going to be some rats getting roasted. So we should take bets on how many kills the flame cannon gets. My wager is going to be 150. Yeah, between 125 and 150 is going to be my wager. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Yes, it's going to happen. All right, guys, so the Skaven are going to be advancing. They do have this play call catapult, so there's going to be some atrocious trading going on. But the Goblobber is here, so the Goblobber is actually a very good anti-artillery piece because it can rout the cannon crews, but he 100%, yeah, look at that. One shot from the Skaven slaves puts him down to like no leadership, which is pretty cool. He needs to be shooting at the sensor bearers. These guys are very good against DAHVP if they're left unimpeded, even with the 25% mitigation. So it looks like he's switching on to the Storm Vermin, which is definitely a better target, or maybe the Clan Rats, but I don't think these guys are in range yet. But Sensor Bearers or the Deathglow Bombardiers, those are targets that need to be taken out. There's no good AP here. Storm Vermin aren't going to do a whole lot against like standard Dwarf Infantry, but I mean, they're not a bad target. They are elite, so shooting them and kind of getting them out of the way is going to be a decent choice. And if he does Blasting Charge these Plague Monk Sensor Bearers, that's going to be very strong as well. So 1 or 2 volleys of combined fire from these Bugman's Rangers will pretty much one-shot these elite Skaven troops in the back. So I mean, DAHVP has a ton of answers to a lot of these Skaven troops. So you can see here, the Play Call Catapult's going to be shooting in against the Norgumling's Ironbreakers. Makes pretty good contact, but it looks like it doesn't get any kills here. So let's see. The Bugman's Rangers, let's see what their pathing is. I think they're shooting at the Rat Ogres here, so it looks like he actually gets all 4 shooting at the Rat Ogres. A very aggressive investment. I'd probably get 2 of them, and he really needs to take out these Sensor Bearers before the fighting starts. The Flame Cannon's also shooting in on the Rat Ogre, which I think is a little bit of a waste. It should be shooting at more blobbed infantry, and it looks like he does get a volley here on the Skaven Slaves. So man, I would really like to see DAHVP switch on to some of these targets in the back. You can see his troops are going to be pulling here, and this is a great map for the Dwarves. Just open field, but I guess they can't really abuse any terrain to protect themselves. So the Skaven could potentially get a wrap. So the Bugman's Rangers pulling back, and the Dwarves, oh man, they didn't get their blasting charges off. So looks like a couple going off here. Very good stuff going into those Night Runners. And I think the Sensor Bearers are still coming in. So this Skaven front line might be able to actually get through the Dwarves if the Sensor Bearers get in, like unimpeded. Look at those blasting charges. Oh my gosh. Just wrecking shop. So Queek's getting in there, and here we go. So DAHVP is now focusing fire on these Plague Monk Sensor Bearers here, and just look at the massacre. Oh god. Just thousands of gold. These Skaven are just getting melted in the front line by these Bugman's Rangers. The Rat Ogres in the back, but Slayers will definitely just toss their side, no problem. So Sensor Bearers do engage. They're in here with the Miners, so we're going to see how they do against these guys. I mean, they do have, the Contamination. Miners are definitely not the most elite troops, so. But, I mean, the Sensor Bearers are relatively squishy. I mean, they're at -4. They're kind of taking a beating here, and you can see the what's it called, the Goblobber over here doing some very, very good work against some of those elite Skaven troops. Loremaster of Sotek has a lot of fleeing rats, and the Flame Cannon is now switched on to some of these guys right here. So here comes the bombardments. You can see those Deathglow Bombardiers just having a bad old time. But I mean, the DAHVP front line is buckled too. Those Miners and Dwarf Warriors are all pretty much retreating. The Norgumling's Ironbreakers are kind of the last bastion here. So a back and forth fight. So what DAHVP needs to do right now, in my opinion, is get each of these Bugman's Rangers and send a group here, 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 and here, and split them up. That's going to force the Skaven to overextend, which will allow you to isolate some of their elite troops. Because you don't want one Skaven troop to be able to counterplay all of these Bugman's Rangers with a simple engagement. So Bugman's Rangers are turning around. They're going to draw their crossbows and just fire heavily into this group right here. The Slayers are going to take some friendly fire, but it's worth it probably to take out the Sensor Bearers there. And the Plague Priest is going to be tough to kill, but we do have the Slayer King over here who's making a pretty good dent in some of these Storm Vermin, so pretty good engagement for him. Obviously, he wants to be fighting large, but if he can't find anything better, might as well chop off some rat heads. Ooh, looks like he literally cut off 3 heads right there with that one blow, which was pretty gangster. So a very good play by Loremaster of Sotek. He's going to be summoning some of these clan rats right here who are going to be engaging on the Bugman's Rangers. So at this point, man, hopefully for Dov, some of these guys rally and they're able to clean up these Storm Vermin, because it's going to be tough to take down this Plague Priest. He does have 100 armor and is going to be able to just spam summons on these Bugman's Rangers. The Mortis Engine is going to take them down. Slayer King should get over here probably, although it looks like he was going to be rescuing that Goblobber, which is also a very good choice here. It looks like the bounce of power is in Dov's favor. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if this Skaven have enough stopping power. I mean, as far as like AP troops, they have this Plague Furnace, which is doing a good job, but I suppose there's actually some Slayers left. And it's putting a really good dent in these Bugman's Rangers, but Queek is just going to get karate chopped by Grombrindle, by Ungrim. And it looks like there's a massive contingent of Dwarf troops coming back, and 52 blasting charges, 43. That's enough to take care of any of this chaff back here. And you can see that the Norgrimling's Ironbreakers just fighting to the bitter end. They're still steady, just putting up a great fight against Queek, who's just been dedicating his entire young life here to take these guys out. So he does have the Dwarf Gouger, which is going to be helpful with the AP, but it's going to take him a while to kill those guys. I mean, Norgrimling's Ironbreakers are just so damn good. So the Bugman's Rangers did a really good job, actually, with the support of the Slayers, taking out this Plague Furnace here. And yeah, I think that's going to be, I think the Dwarves are just going to take this. Remember, Bugman's Rangers have Regenerate, so they're going to be healing up as soon as the fighting like slows. And you guys will see, once they start to heal, the bounce power is going to start shifting up and even more, and it's going to be pretty hog wild here. So Bugman's Rangers shooting into those clan rats with shields. Looks like in the back some of the Storm Vermin have engaged with the miners and the returning Dwarf infantry, and I think these Dwarf numbers should be able to finish off these guys. Especially if he starts to use his blasting charges. You see they're shaken. The Dwarves here are mostly steady, so things are looking pretty up for the Dawi. Good, well played by Loremaster of Sotek, switching his fire onto the Bugman's Rangers because they're very bunched up, so that Plague Claw Catapult can reap some pretty good kills. And yeah, this Goblobber is still online, which is just pretty much disastrous. You can see 4 Slayers chasing down that Plague Priest. Man, but Sotek's putting up a hard fight here. I mean, that bounce of power still is manageable. I mean, he could come back, but I just don't know how he's going to kill Ungrim and those guys. And you can see Queek over here is just in like straight up Mortal Kombat duel. But Ungrim, I think, especially with the support of a couple Dawi infantry who are going to tether the AI and make the AI attack Ungrim, it's gonna be an advantageous fight for the Slayer King here. You can see the Ratmaster 0. Queek is at 23 leadership, but he does have some Overwatch here. But the Ironbreakers, wow, they're actually about to break. Oh man, if Queek can get a Dwarf Gouger proc and then get some support from some of these nearby Skaven, these Death Globes, oh man. I don't know. It's going to be tough, though, because look at all these Bugman's Rangers with good ammo. They should just turn and probably Alpha Strike these Death Globe Bombardiers. So the Bombardiers shooting in. You can see the Globes are going to come in and start going after Ungrim here. And is he able to rout Queek? Let's see. So Queek pops Dwarf Gouger, but it looks like he's going to be running for the Bugman's Rangers, realizing that they're just going to melt these guys. But, Slayer King's coming in with the fat Dawi Chub, and he should be able to take this guy out. So we're going to see. Here comes the explosion. Slayer King is sent tumbling. Unfortunately, he doesn't have enough mass to survive the Verminous Valor, so he's going to get tossed about. But it looks like the Death Globe Bombardiers and some of these troops in the back line are pretty much finished off here. You can see Queek with his Dwarf Gouger and his Valor. He's just running for the hills, but he's just going to get gunned down here, just straight up, just gatted. The Dwarves are holding their crossbows sideways and just gunning him down in the streets here. So you can see he's got about 23 HP, and down goes Queek. Man, that Bugman's Rangers firing line was just inexorable. Just getting in there. That thing is so beast mode. So that's it. The Dwarves are going to take that open field battle, and that is always an incredibly fun matchup to play. So I think we might have needed some Doom Wheel action. I think Doom Wheels would have been relatively effective there at taking out some of the Dwarf infantry. I don't know. Yeah, I think he was experimenting a little bit, but Plague Priest and Queek are very good. I'm not a fan of regular Storm Vermin. I think just going wide with Clan Rats and maybe getting more Rat Ogres and getting rid of Sensor Bears are just terrible, I think, in this matchup. So, but obviously they're experimenting with builds, but that was a great game. So let's go ahead and plug in my headphones here so you guys don't get any echo. And then we're going to jump over and talk to the lads. We'll see if the lads are ready. The lads are ready. The Dawi in the hood now. This is the end time, son. It's happening. All right, so we're going to go talk to the boys. So let me go ahead and turn this up here. All right, where are they at? Where you at? All right, guys. Another great game there. Some furious flame cannons and Bugman sniping and just good times. So, Dav, what was the magic going on in there?
Yeah, definitely the Bugman's Rangers, man, they are resolute. They just crack open that can and keep drinking and don't worry about anything else. And the Flame Cannon got 100 kills. So that was pretty decent. Goblobber got 91 kills too.
Yeah.
The Dwarf Warriors out on the flanks held their own. The center got crumbled super hard by the Sensor Bears. But
there was a mass exodus of miners and Dwarf Warriors there. It was a crazy game, for sure.
They definitely had a migration there. But Yeah, the Bugman's Rangers is just standing firm in the pocket, Peyton Manning style, and just taking those hits, delivering the punches.
Dude, I love it. I had a Dawi chub. I'm not gonna lie. It was great. So well played to you and Sotek. What happened to the rat people that game? Let's hear it.
I just couldn't get the Bugman shut down. Every time I get there, the problem is that the region, for one, makes them hard to trade with.
Yeah.
And even when I could get a unit back on them, they're good enough in melee that I needed to get an elite unit on them, but none of my elite units were fast enough to catch them before getting intercepted by something else.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, and it also, funny enough, I did not expect the center to shatter like it did.
Yeah, that was
and,
crazy.
Buckle, so
Yeah.
I wasn't able to take advantage of it because I didn't even notice it until most of it had already run past the flame cannon.
Yeah. And then they rallied. It was like this big wall of dwarves coming back in.
Yeah, if I had aggressively pursued them off with like 1 or 2 clan rat units, that would have been a huge thing to have in my favor. But I didn't even notice them breaking.
Yeah, I agree. It was a wild one, and sensor bears are one of those units that I've tried, and for me, they always seem to just get annihilated by blasting charges, like just shit canned. Like,
they do.
Have you had success with them yourself?
I have, but I don't send them in until I either know the blasting charges are locked down by slaves, or like it depends. If I'm playing someone like Dov, I'll just run in and try and gimp the miners as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Between like fear and all that stuff. But the against most players, I just send slaves up, and people are like more than happy to just waste their blasting charges. Like they don't turn them on; they leave them on fire at will. So you just let your cheap units eat all of them, and then you send in the big guns.
Yeah, it's very true. Most players on ladder will just leave the blasting charges on automatic fire. So yeah, it was good. I liked your plague furnace. That thing was just a menace to society, and Queek seems to do pretty well in that matchup. I mean, I often like Skrulk just because of his how powerful his items are, but Queek honestly seems like he's good. He's good.
I thought I broke the Norgrimling's Iron Breakers because I was throwing death globes at them, which was melting their faces off.
Yeah.
But I thought they broke, and I think it must have been another unit because I had Queek in there cleaning up. But Norgrimlings, I don't like him fighting them alone because they'll just kind of sit there and keep smacking them.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, well, then Ungrim came in on the side too.
Yeah.
Like Queek's teeth in, so
like he did. He beat the brakes off him for sure.
Yeah, like Queek, I think 1v1 can put up a pretty good chance against Ungrim, but with other units helping like deflect the damage, Queek definitely struggles.
Yeah, and he was already pretty tattered. I think he had taken like 30 or 40% at that point, so it was the Slayer King just coming in with the Axe of Darga, just ready to party. But yeah, it was a good game. So currently, Dov, you're up 2-1. So Sotek, this is you need this one, man. It's time. You ready for this?
No, it's okay. I got something ready.
Oh boy,
it's time. So we'll see if Dov paid, and we'll see you guys on the battlefield.
See you there.
See ya. All right, guys, you've heard from our competitors. So now we are off to game 4. So if Dov wins this, he's going to not sweep the series, but he'll take it 3-1 in the best of 5. So let me go ahead and get back to chat here. So as in Blood Bowl on the stream earlier today, I leveled up my Pastigore and I actually just got blocked. I just played it really safe. Next question. I am back from Poland. Yes, I'm back in California. So Anna, my Anna will be here in about probably end of April, give or take. That's kind of what we're looking at. So, man, those Bugman's Rangers were super solid. And Farhad, thanks for sponsoring last time, by the way, buddy. Really appreciate it. And yes, I am back in the lands. Dwarf Warriors did some solid lifting. So, Loremaster's going Chaos. Hey, Demented Frog. Thank you for the sponsor, my friend. Yeah, I really appreciate it. So hopefully you like the emojis. I added some new ones, I'm pretty sure. I added a new one recently, so there should be a good handful. And if you guys ever have a suggestion for emojis you guys would like to be added for sponsors, just send me a direct message for suggestions. You have Palpatine, you have Smiling Balthazar Gelt, which is pretty sweet, so there's options. There are options. Hey, you're welcome, Demented Frog. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. So I'm going to try to stream more often. At least have a couple best ofs, during the week, and it's a good format. It doesn't hurt my hand too much, and at the same time, I get to Netflix and chill with you guys. So yeah, it's fun. So yeah, and you guys got to see Wookiee this stream. It's been a party for all. Let me see here. Unlimited power. You get Palpatine too. That's the one that comes in here. So. You can't decide to watch Warhammer 2 or play. Why not both? So Earthy Ring, you could just go queue up for some games, or in between turns you can minimize and watch. You got options, man. Chaos versus the vampire account. So personally with vampires, I think double Terrorgeist is the way to go. Blood Knights can be made to work, but ever since Shaggoths got buffs to their armor, they're not quite as good. But double Terrorgeist is really strong with Vlad, or not with Vlad, with Manfred, because Manfred can use Spirit Leech and Fate Abuna to take out expensive Chaos Halberds. Double Terrorgeist can cycle charge. The breath attacks are pretty good against Kolek. That's just my personal preference, and then you use a Mortis Engine, the Claw of Nagash in the center to win the infantry fight. But looks like Dov is going to be some corpse cards. Bubba Bricks, my brother, thank you for the $5 donation. This is for the future. You found the Geltz meta. Now find the Gorst meta. All right, tomorrow I'll try to make Gorst great again. I will try. And it's been a while since I've played Gorst on the channel. You want a beta mode? Yeah. Okay, Shepard, I like that. Bane could be good. Angry Potato says, "Hey, Turn, what factions do you hope the Lord pack in May?" Dude, I have no idea. I'm excited to have Norska back, so that's it. Hippogriff Knights are just so bad. They're such a terrible unit. It's really sad. They're like worse than Gelt. I mean, Gelt's good now. I actually think Balthazar Gelt's pretty good because Lord Metal has some really strong niches, and Final Trans is really, really good. King Lewin? You want a King Lewin Leon Kura emote? Hog? Dude, we're going to be making some channel merch, by the way. We're going to like have Anna draw some freaking stuff for like the shirts, like some of the stuff she's thumbnail stuff. And we'll probably, you guys, the Mighty Palooka is probably here in chat, and I'm gonna probably hire him to do some custom T-shirt designs. So we'll hire him, and we'll put up a little store for you guys. And if you guys want any, they'll be there for you. And you know, we'll give them away on streams and stuff too. So for anyone who's on stream, and you know, we can do that kind of fun stuff. So I think vampires, Demented Frog. I think vampires are a very good faction. I think they're very competitive, but the problem with playing them at the tournament level is they have you have almost zero chance against Tomb Kings. If you're playing a good Tomb Kings player who's equally as skilled as you, you're going to lose like 95% of the time. It's like 90%. It's almost impossible. So that's the problem with taking them into tournaments, is that if you face off against Tomb Kings, you're just going to get dumpstered. And but against other factions, I think vampires can take everyone else. They can beat everyone else, like, and have good matchups there, like decent. But against Tomb Kings, it's like they just whip out their desert sausages and just give it to you. It's rough. So guys, currently, for anyone joining the stream a little bit late, best of 5 between DAHVPLAYS and Loremaster of Sotek. This is game number 4. So currently Dav is up 2-1. So if Dav does win this game, that's going to be it for the series. And yes, there will be a Wookiee shirt. Yes. Oh, I love Chaos, but vampires have been one of my favorite factions to play recently. Like, I just love playing them in multiplayer. Yeah, it's pretty true, Earthy Ring. And also with like Pegasus Knights, I found that in Total War Warhammer 1, if you guys go back and play Total War Warhammer 1 and charge something with your Pegasus Knights, you'll see they get a perfect surround. They pincer in. The models like bulk up. But now they don't. Like, only like 3 models attack. So they changed the way that they work. So that's why they're garbage now. You would buy any shirt with the thumbnails on them, Farhad? All right, man. Make a shirt that says full chub for Haggard Gaming. Oh, man. No, we're just streaming. We're streaming this one right here. So, yeah, man, thank you guys for your sponsors and donations. You guys have been super generous today. So Sagittarius. The Tomb Kings, when you play against vampire counts, they just bring Necrosphinx, Construct spam, Arc in the Black, and like a Necrosphinx, the Sphinx of Usek does fire damage. Terrorgeists are weak to fire, and like the only answer that like vampires have to large units really is like Terrorgeists. Blood Knights don't have enough AP, and they can just stand Skeleton Spears on top of their constructs and kill your Blood Knights, and they can Fate Abuna with them with Arc in the Black. So if you have to bring Terrorgeists, I think, to have a chance, and or a combination, 2 Terrorgeists and Blood Knights. But you just can't kill the big constructs. You can't. The Tomb Blade plus the freaking fire damage, like the Sphinx of Usek can like 4-shot your Terrorgeist, and like you just lose at that point. It's brutal. It's brutal. Hey, it's going really well, Nightmare of Onyx. We're on the 4th game in this best of 5. Humongous. What? Humongous what? So what comments you got from me, Humongous? I'm scrolling up here to see if I missed one of your comments. This is the best time for them too, because we're just kind of chilling here. But you know, Humongous, I'm looking up and I'm not seeing your comments. So if you have a question, just type my name in the actual chat, because that like highlights it on the chat box. It's much easier for me to see there. So yeah, and guys, make sure to smash that like button, and yeah, we'll do it. Yeah, Norsk will be good against Tomb Kings, but Tomb Kings has answers as well. Tomb Kings can usually shop you great bows and then just like mass hordes of cheap skeletons, and they'll probably be very good against Norska as well. It's going to be an even match, I think. So currently, DAHVPLAYS is up 2-1. So if he wins this, he's going to win the best of 5. And that will be all she wrote. And if he wins, if Sotek wins, so hopefully Dav goes for the throat here. We'll see if Dav paid. What did you say, Hugh? Why would you say that? Come on, man. Yeah, the anti-large javelins are going to be really fun against Tomb Kings. Like, just bring it down, just taking down the constructs and everything. So, I do like Dov's army. Mortis engines are a must. They just wreck Chaos Infantry. I think the Claw of Nagash is a little bit better because it slows the Shaggoths, which are pretty much one of the only answers to the, Mortis. Marauder Horsemen too, but I personally think the Claw of Nagash is a really good pick here. Yeah, I see all the comments. And yeah, my apologies, guys, if I don't respond to... yes, you did. Nightmare of Onyx, there was a Lizardman game, and it was extremely good. It was one of the earlier ones. So, I try to respond to as many comments as I can on videos, but it's typing actually really hurts my hand. So usually after I'm done working for the day, I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to lay down and ice my wrist or whatever else I do. So yeah, it's tough. All right, guys. This is it. We are fighting on a Chaos map. It's going to be Chaos versus Spooky Vampire Counts. So we saw Dov's army. Graveguard with Great Weapons, a very solid choice. Supported by Mortis Engine. Good AP, good draining, playing that long attrition game. For anti-large, though, we're not going to be seeing double Terrorgeist. Rather, we're going to be seeing double Blood Knight, which can do the trick. Manfred, a very solid pick. Fate of Buna spam on the Elite Chaos Halberds. Chosen Chaos Warriors with Halberds is going to be very make or break as well. So I like the pick. So we're going to see what Sotek has. Yes, indeed. Yeah, eventually I'll stream some Vermintide. Yeah. Cryptors are decent in the Chaos matchup, but a lot of Chaos players bring heavy Halberd play, so it's a little bit risky, and Shaggoths can really beat them down. Cryptors have some niche matchups. I'd have to think about that before I don't want to give you. Jeremy, as soon as the best of 5 is over, the stream's going to be over. So, I mean, it'll probably be at least another 20 or 30 minutes. So if this goes to a game 5, it'll probably be another 30 minutes, maybe even 40, depending on how long it takes. Which of these players will come in hot and heavy? Well, if I had to make a prediction, Chosen with Great Weapons, he does have a Giant, Marauder Horseman, and Archeon the Ever Chosen. Well, I have to go with the Vampire Counts here. Just predictions before looking at anything, I think the Vampire Counts army pick is a little bit stronger. Blood Knights are going to wreck this Giant if they can get their paws on it. And double Terrorgeist would have just tossed this Giant salad so freaking hard. But there are some Marauder Horsemen with throwing axes over here for Loremaster of Sotek, which are going to be good against the Mortis Engine. But, I don't know. There are no hounds to chase them either, so there's nothing from the Vampire Counts that can catch these guys. But honestly, if he just gets like a group of zombies or skeleton spears and chases down these Marauder Horsemen and screens them out, that should be fine. There's a Black Coach, Mortis Engine, like Manfred with no Fate of Buna, actually, which is a big mistake, I think, in my opinion. Fate of Buna against these Chosen would have just been like GG. Like, yeah. Yeah, and if you guys are enjoying the stream, smash that like button. It is helpful. As I said earlier, it helps other people who haven't found my channel yet get here because YouTube loves those likes. So big thanks again, guys. Give my old mate a thumbs up. Come on, do it for the lads. I'll give you guys a terrible Australian accent. How many likes do we have right now? Let me see. Maybe I'll set a goal. All right, well, whatever. I'll do it anyways at the end of the stream. Maybe. We'll see. All right, so they're going to be advancing right here. You can see that Sotek is going to be kind of circling around the periphery. Probably just honestly wants to get these Marauder Horsemen in the front, just start throwing at the Mortis Engine. He needs to take that out. There's a Corpse Cart here. This is a very scary Vampire Counts blob, with some stopping power too. I mean, there's Graveguard here. So the Graveguard will probably put in a ton of work against the Chosen. So on the wings, the Marauder Horsemen are coming around the back, so maybe they're going to start working on the Corpse Cart. I'm not sure, but, man, this is a... But if Archeon gets like a really good flaming head, like down the formation, does he even have that? No, he doesn't. Oh, well, if he gets some good fire damage. The Black Coach just coming in balls deep, just nothing given. Just coming in, does not care about these Chosen, does not care about the Giant, just rolling deep in those halberds. So Dov just having a good old time, and you can see he's pathing. Oh, that Giant! Oh man, he needs to get the Black Coach out. Did it do some good damage though against the? Oh, the bait and switch. What is this? Oh no way! Oh no way! Is this a Winds of Death? Oh no! Oh, Dov! You're a monster! You're a monster! Oh my god, that guys. Can we get some hype for that play right there? Did you guys see that? That was masterful. I am full chub right now. Under the desk, I have a full on. Oh my god. That was just a thing of beauty. Oh my gosh. I bet Sotek's just like, what happened? You can see the bounce of power immediately goes in DAHV's favor as those chosen get melted. I think that's game. There's no way. Oh my god, that Winds of Death was so sick. So in the back line, you can see that Sotek is going to be getting these horsemen, doing a very good job against the Blood Knights and dragging them down a little bit. Flaming Sword of Ruin going down, but that's just brutal. Oh my god. Rest in peace, Chaos. I don't think they can do it now. They're too beat up. Like these chosen lost half their HP, and like, oh my god, I can imagine the panic. But very well played by Sotek, regardless, getting the Exalted Hero and chasing down the Black Coach, which is going to be nice. The Exalted Hero is definitely going to get this guy. So here comes the rear charge. Negative 105 leadership, and down it goes. So Sotek putting up a good fight despite that. A good bombardment going down. Oh my god, Sotek coming in with the bombardment. So he's coming right back at this build right here. Archeon going into the corpse cart. So I don't know, Sotek might be able to pull this out. This is a great game. Like, good plays by both players. So this is one of the few times I've seen Archeon just perform. I mean, he's going to like 3-shot these corpse cards. And, you know, when the Blood Knights do then switch on to Archeon here, these Marauder Horsemen with throwing axes can pick them off very easily if he chooses to. The Chosen and the Giant are holding. Oh my god. What a game we have on our hands. And here comes the Exalted Hero with the Hellfire Sword. That's going to be some heavy damage. So he's coming in with that axe ready to party. And oh, he just cleaved that Blood Knight. Just WWE beatdown right there. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's insane. All right, so those Blood Knights are taken out. Archeon has the Slayer of Kings. And I don't know. I do not know how this game's going to go. The Chaos Warriors are routing, though. The Chosen here have buckled. I mean, there's a couple holding. They're shaken. 28 leadership. Another bombardment going down, which is going to do some pretty good work. So if you look up in the skies, you can see the fires raining. And pretty good. He still does have that giant. And Archeon is always pretty scary. So he's just, you know, picking off the corpse carts. That Mortis Engine's just doing too much damage, though. And you can see the Chaos Forces are just, like, routing horribly. A very good zombie summon from DAHVPLAYS right there is going to be pinning down Archeon. So Archeon's pinned. The zombies are going to kind of, you know, hold him there. But you can see this Exalted Hero. He'll easily be able to hold this corpse cart, like, no problem. And the Giant's surrounded, but I don't know. That Mortis Engine is just going to drain it down. And I think Skeleton Spears are going to be able to eventually get it. And is he almost out of ammo here? Is that? Yeah, sorry. It was, like, kind of hard to tell against his backdrop. But he's out of ammo. So there's nothing to kill this Mortis Engine anymore. I mean, Manfred's in good health. He probably has a ton of Winds of Magic, Spirit Leeches. So Archeon's probably just going to get Spirit Leech into the Shadow Realm here, I would imagine. But we'll find out. So Manfred's just going to be protecting in the back. A lot of the Chaos troops are routing. These are just mostly Marauders and stuff like that. And are there any Chaos Infantry left? I think it's literally just the Giant. Bounce of power is pretty even in DAHV's favor at the moment. He does have the Giant. Sotek does. And yeah, Archeon's coming in. If he does get the Slayer of Kings, though, and he's able to get some good splash attacks, he might be able to melt some of these Vampire Count's troops. He does have an Exalted Hero as well on the far side, so if we look down here, you can see he's cleaving zombies, but that Giant, I mean, if the Giant can waddle over and finish off this Corpse Cart, that would be really nice, because the Corpse Cart is going to be giving massive augmentations to all of these zombies, making them actually formidable combatants with 5 melee attack and 5 melee defense buff. So DAHV pulling back the Mortis Engine. Looks like he's going to be trying to take out Archeon with Manfred and also, you know, Master of the Black Guard, Spirit Leech, and Loremaster of Sotek's going to be getting these Marauder Champions, or Marauder Horsemen, and pulling them up and around, getting some good cycle charging there, but just a foul, disgusting blob. And honestly, if Sotek has, Sotek has one or two more kind of fiery bombardments, the fiery bolts, I forget what it's called, and is able to get those on the blob here, it might be enough. Archeon is going down, though. I mean, Manfred plus the Mortis Engine kind of beating on him and draining him. You can see his HP is slowly going down by 3 ticks per second. But, oh man, if he can switch on Manfred, maybe, if the Giant can get over there. He definitely needs to kill that Corpse Cart, because all of these Vampire Count's troops are just being made exponentially stronger. Definitely a very, very good force multiplier there. So, yeah, this is a crazy game. But it looks like DAHVPLAYS is finally pulling ahead. He might lose just simply due to army losses, so he needs to be careful to make sure he doesn't get hit by that. Oh man, if he can get that charge, on that Mortis Engine, here it comes. Mortis Engine, 2200 HP. Oh man, 400 damage right there. 8 leadership. Sotek needs to beat down this Mortis Engine as it goes by the Giant. He needed to have switched to that there and try to get a couple attacks in. Archeon does have Slayer King, so he has the splash damage, and he's just going to be whacking on Manfred right here. Oh, here comes the Giant. So the Giant clubbing on the back of, let's see, what is it hitting? So it's hitting the Corpse Cart, which is a good engagement. Marauder Horseman coming back in here, and man, I can't believe Sotek's lasted this long despite the Winds of Death in the beginning. So this is really bad though, because there's not a lot of good options against a Giant here. I mean, is there even any Skeleton Spears left? Yeah, there's one group with 94 models, so that's going to be pretty good. But he needs to finish off this Mortis Engine. This thing is just, it's like Palpatine said, Windu said, too strong to be left alive. So the Marauder Horsemen are going to be re-engaging. Looks like Manfred and the boys are going to be going after Archeon, who is kind of running out of steam a little bit. Marauder Horseman charging in. Might be able to crumble this. A negative 50 leadership on this Corpse Cart here. So that thing is dead. Very well played by Sotek. So that was a rear charge, which gave it a negative leadership penalty of 14, I think, which really put it in the danger zone. The DAHVPLAYS just, being really consistent and steady here, just slowly working down Archeon, playing that, vampire grind style. And this Mortis Engine has 738 HP. So Loremaster of Sotek, he needs to grab this Giant and switch. If he can kill the Mortis Engine, there's a small chance he might be able to win. But honestly, yeah, Archeon's getting Spirit Leeched, and I think that's going to be it for the Slayer here, for the Slayer of Kings, as they say. So yeah, the Giant's not going to terrify these undead, that's for sure. Archeon was a beast this game though. I'm pretty impressed with how well he did. 164 kills, great splash damage. I mean, he's even putting a bit of a clinic on Manfred right here. So you can see Sotek, a bit of a desperate last stand here. He still has that Exalted Hero. Maybe he can gimp Archeon real quick, or Manfred, maybe. I mean, he's taking some work. He has about 2,000 HP, pretty good leadership, but Archeon's just so low. He only has 500 hit points. Yeah, you can just see Zov selects everyone and just goes after him right there. Oh my god, he's a madman. I know, he needs to kill that Mortis Engine. That's just like, it's like triggering me that it's left alive over here. 475 HP, 0 leadership. Oh my god, just kill that thing. Oh, it's just stressful. So Archeon does buckle. Manfred probably still has Winds of Magic too. So right now you can see Sotek's going in for it. Let's see if he can get it. So the Giant easily pushes through. There you go. That's going to put that thing down. No problem. Oh, but you need to spam click it. Oh my god, if that thing lives, kill it. Bring it down. I'm going to lose my voice from yelling. I won't be able to cast any more games tonight. Come on. Kill it. Oh my god. Kill it, Giant. So the Giant does take out the Mortis Engine. But unfortunately for the Loremaster of Sotek, DAHVPLAYS is going to be chasing down Archeon the Everchosen here with Manfred. So some wild action. There still is a Giant, but there's just too much left. The Exalted Hero, it was really cool. I mean, he had good play this game. The Exalted Hero was able to melt the Corpse Cards. It was a really cool pick, but ultimately I think that Winds of Death was just far too punishing. It literally took out like a quarter of the Chaos Infantry force, which I think was just... It spelled doom for the lands. So the Mortis Engine is dead. The Giant probably has a ton of kills, 183. I was actually expecting more. You can see he's at negative 111. And that is going to conclude it. So DAHVPLAYS takes the series 3-1. And that is, some great games. They were all really close games and could have gone either way. Like, none of those were just one-sided bashes. And that frickin', that Winds of Death. So for any of you guys that are just joining now, please, as soon as I upload this, go back and watch that Winds of Death. That was frickin' insanity. It was so darn good. Like, so darn good. So yeah. Let's go ahead and talk to the guys, and we're going to see what's up. Let's talk to them about those dank tactics. All right, so we're going to go over here into the land of Discord. All right, guys, well played. That Black Coach Winds of Death is one of the most glorious things I think we've ever had on stream. So Dav, talk us through it. Give us a play-by-play.
Well, I knew everyone fears the Black Coach, right? It's a terror in the night, and for good reason. I mean, obviously. You should fear it. So I figured if I just ran that straight in, he would commit to killing it as fast as possible, which is I would do the same thing. And I had the Wind of Death in my pocket, so just in case he brought an army like that. But as soon as I saw it was all chosen, I knew I had to do something to get a nice Winds of Death on him, and it worked out. Yeah,
that was crazy, man. So well played. And yeah, the Corpse Carts were pretty cool with your big Zerg, and it worked. That was still really close though, man. Sotek, I thought you might actually have a chance to come back. I was like...
I had it until there was a moment where I kept trying to get on the Mortis Engine, but then he just started zigzagging it from side to side. So my Exalted Hero was running around the outside of the battle trying to get on it. Yeah. And because the problem is that the most irritating thing about the Mortis Engine is that it like seemingly has no map. Like it just flies above vampire count units.
Yeah, it floats.
So it can't be slowed down. And I kept trying to tell the giant to attack it, but he got the bug where he just sits there and keeps attacking whatever he's touching.
Yeah. Okay.
So he wouldn't break away, and it was just like, ugh. I got so close.
Yeah, everyone I think was like, it's like one of those things where, I don't know, I'm trying to think of like one of those phobias where like something you can't, like an itch you can't scratch. Yeah, it was just like, it was rough, man. But Archaon, a huge performer. Like that Burning Bolts was so good. And
Burning Bolts does a shitload of damage, especially when someone gets like, he just melted the shit out of the right side of the army.
Archaon did good. The giant melted.
Yeah, what happened to the Blood Knights? Where'd they
got hit by that.
Yeah, they got hit by the piercing bolts of burning and just died.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Well, they got that, and then Archaon and the Exalted Hero double teamed them, and they just went down in a heap.
Yeah, they got downtowned. Yeah, because everyone in chat was like looking right now. We're like 0 kills. How'd that happen? But yeah, they were fighting elites for most of the battle.
Archaon was putting people down left and right.
He was the true Lord of the End Times in action. Unfortunately, the Winds of Death took his chosen boys down.
That is why you always check your enemy's tooltips before you do anything.
Yeah.
Because if I had seen that, I would have just spread out, and there would have been nothing Dov could have done.
Yeah. It was some sweet tactics with the Black Coach bait. Oh my god, that's going down in history for sure. But yeah, super well played to both of you guys. So, in closing words of inspiration. So first, we'll begin with you, Sotek. So, what do you have to say to the people? Any projects you're working on? Anything you want to shout out?
If any of you have seen the post that you know about those posts you can like put on your YouTube channel, but they only show up on mobile for some reason, which is kind of a stupid mechanic, but we have it for some reason.
Yeah.
Anyway, either that or my Twitter account. There's something really big coming on Sunday. Really big.
Sunday. Do you have a time frame for folks? You got some?
It'll be out on noon CST.
All right. There we go. So you've heard it from the mighty Loremaster. Stay tuned this Sunday at noon CST, and make sure to join the party. So thanks again for playing, man. And Dov, any closing words of inspiration you'd like to share?
Don't let your dreams be memes.
I like it. Make them realities, just like that game. So perfect. So thank you for joining. Everyone, make sure to go check out DAHVPLAYS and Loremaster of Sotek on their respective YouTube channels. There will be, of course, a link in the comment section for anyone who's watching this after the fact. So again, thanks to both of you guys for joining, and we will see you guys next time. Take care, guys. All right. So you've heard from the guys. So that's it for today. Big thanks from the bottom of my heart for you guys joining on stream today. That's going to be it. So we're done. Farewell, everyone. We'll be back at it. I don't know. Maybe I have to catch up with some video recordings tomorrow because I've just basically spent the whole day streaming instead of recording. So tomorrow there probably won't be a stream. But maybe the following day we'll do another best of 5, or I might even do a quick battle stream where I play myself. So stay tuned for all of that. And you paid for those fat wins. Yeah. The dreams are memes. Absolutely. So, Nightmare, before I leave, quick question. Will this be going up on the channel? Yes, this will be going up on the channel. It should be up in about 2 hours or so. My stream schedule is all over the place, Jeremy, but the best way to find out about my streams is to follow me on Twitter. So if you just go to Twitter and search TurinRTS, you can find me on there. And there's also a link in the description of all my videos. So you can find a link to my Twitter account. So yeah, that should be it. Hey, you're welcome, Ninja192, for the stream anytime. So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for joining. We will see you guys on stream in a couple days. Probably, what is today? I don't even know what year it is. It's Wednesday, so Friday. So yeah, Friday we'll probably have a stream. I'm going to be recording head-to-head with Italian Spartacus. Thanks again. Let me go ahead and read off all the new sponsors and everything. So big thanks to Seawolf, Shepherd, Demented Frog, and Bubba Bricks for the very generous donations today. You guys really helping out. Appreciate it. So that's it. Thanks again for watching, guys. We'll see you guys next time, and take care.